So as we look to recap the 2047-48 European campaign, we have a live com in today's video. Something for you to maybe get excited about. Is it us? Or are we watching another Norwegian team play in a European final? Okay, so let's recap how our group stage went before Christmas. Then we will look at our winter transfers, etc. and our youth intake. Don't forget, we did get some good players in there this time. Our group stage campaign in the Europa League started against Lille away from home in a very decent 0-0 draw. Next up, we came up against North Macedonian side. Ready for this? KF Kendija. Nailed it. Got 1-0 victory with Guttormsrud on the score sheet. 4 points from the first two games. 7-4 as we beat Sparta Prague 4-0. Guttormsrud, Jani, Volstad and Malje on the score sheet. We then welcomed Wolves to Norway and got smashed 3-0. Bit disappointing. We then came up against Ludogorets and got a 3-1 victory with a Hagelin hat-trick, and we looked very good in this game. And we ended the year against Heerenveen with a 1-0 win, Guttormsrud on the score sheet, and at this point we'd all but secured qualification out of the group stage of the Conference League, Europa League. We're better than the Conference League, come on. So then we moved into our words. We moved into our winter transfer, and even though I said we weren't going to sign many, we brought in 4 Egerson players, 1 from Glimt, and a couple of the quite nice signings. So you can see here, first off, Christian Niemeyer joined us for 3.9 million. After a couple of years on loan, he's now in at the club full time. Schiel, who we did sign from Odds in 2045 for Egersons, has now joined us as our backup defender at Lillestrøm. We got him on a free transfer. For 3.7 million, Zadro has joined us. Now, he was a winger. We've converted him to attacking midfield, and I think he's very, very talented. Model, citizen personality as well. 3.7 million well spent. For 1.5 million, coming in to play for our B team this season, and we'll see how he develops, is Björn Gulfsson. Came through the intake in 44, and I really like the look of him. I gave him some game time for the first team. The new managers haven't, so we've ended up picking him up for 1.5 million. I think he's a good player. And also Menseth, who I really did like. Now, I didn't even want to lose from Egerson. Came through the intake in 2038. He's 26 years old now. After being at Glimt for a few years, racked up 115 games. He's joined us for 2.9 million. With, 1.3 of that if he plays 50 games or more. And coming on this year's list is Andreas Jagger, not related to Mick, who is a defensive midfielder who I'm retraining as a centre-back. He's 6'3" and very, very good. 18 years old, this kid has the potential to be a wonder kid. We picked him up, 6.25 it rises to, but that's if he plays a lot of games for us, which I do think he will, but I think this was one of the signings which kind of cements us as one of the best teams in the league. And then Strumman comes in from Tromsø, 120k on deadline day. Another very good sign. He's going to play for our B team this year. And you can see he's already started and scored 5 goals in 6. I think we've got an absolute gem here, who within a year or two is ready to come up into the first team, no doubt about it. In terms of the outs over the winter, there wasn't many. There was just 2 frees. So Aragram, one of our B team players, left us, and Rosenkilde, who also played for our B team, has left us. No money coming in over the winter, a lot of money going out. So we need a successful run in European competitions, especially from July we're in the Champions League. That kind of money we need just to balance them books, because I think financially we're not looking the best. We're minus 8 million this year so far. So as we continue after them winter signings, we came against Dynamo Zagreb in the group stage after Christmas, and Zadro on the score sheet on his debut got us a 1-0 victory. We then came up against Eintracht Frankfurt, and this was quite possibly, including games as Egerson manager, one of our most complete performances in terms of going to a team who is better than us and playing for the points. And that there saw us finishing 6th place, winning 6, drawing 1, losing 1, finishing on 19 points, 2 points off top. And as you can see, Frankfurt won it 2 years ago, and we beat them in the group stage. But that saw us go through into the round of 16, where we would come up against SJK. And travelling to Finland, we got a 2-1 victory with Zadro on the score sheet, already cementing himself at this club. 2-1 victory, welcoming them back to Norway. A solid victory would see us into the last 8. Wasn't so solid. Zadro did score again, and already an absolute machine from that attack midfield strider. But 1-1 here, but we went through 3-2 on aggregate, and we will come up against Marseille in the quarters. Now, travelling to Marseille, we were 4-0 down at half time, and we ended up losing 5-3 away from home. Zadro, Hansen, and Maui on the score sheet for us. We had a lot to do back in Norway. We did it though. We did it. Getting ourselves through semi-finals with 3-1 victory on the night. Going through on penalties where we didn't miss a single one. And that was crucial. So we would come up against Inter Milan in the semi-finals, and a 2-1 victory with Guttelsrud, basically loaded the wrong one. A 2-1 victory with Guttelsrud and Sundra in extra time saw us go through with the first leg of a 0-0. We end up going through 2-1 on aggregate in the semi-finals of the Europa League, which sees today's match being a final, our European final, our third one. We lost the Conference League with Egerson, then we won the Champions League. We now have the Europa League today, and we are going to be coming up, as I've just selected watch the goals, we are going to be coming up against Lille. Now, let's not forget, we have only ever played them once, and that was in the group stage this year, and it finished 0-0 away from home. So going into this game, we are labelled as the home side. I fancy us, I really do. I think we've looked so good in Europe this year. The only issues we've got is Jäger, who has looked really good in the league so far. Our new sign is unavailable because he was signed after it was possible. We do have a couple of youngsters on the bench, etc. We do have an academy player from this year as well there. But for now, this is the squad we're going to go into today's game with. Lilstrad in goal. Hergerud on the right, Hansen and Sundra as our back two, with Anderson, the academy player, at left wing back. Niemeyer and Arneson in defensive mid, attacking three of Guttelsrod, Maui and Zadro, with Hagelin up top, Vikre, Shiel, Menseth, Yanti, Mahler, Borstrud, Grunlind, Quayle and Flindra-Botten on the bench. We do have space for more, but we don't have anybody else because a few players were unavailable to be registered. So it's a live com. In today's video, we knew that was going to mean a cup final, and yes, it is ours. We're going to pump fists. We need to for the recent praise. Yeah, you know what? Show everybody the recent praise is justified. Can you reveal how you've been instructing them? No, I'm not. That's for me to know, not for you. So here we go. So first off, I'm going to change that to Leo's formation. So they are playing a 4-4-2. I do think we can get in them gaps in between midfield and their defence with our three. Just feel like we could maybe create something here. It's just going to encourage. Can we do something here? We're not the home team, but we are the home team, if you know what I mean. I like being that one. Gonna fire us up. There's literally nothing happening. 0 shots to 1. We've had a little bit more possession. The first highlight of the game is a corner for Lille to the back post where Lindstrand collects it. Was that the highlight? Threw out to Sundra. Sundra. I keep calling him Sundra in games as well and I'm watching. To Anderson. Gonna sneeze. Anderson forward to Maui. Goes back to Sunder. I called him the right name. Sunder forward to Zadro. Inside to Hagelin. Strikes it. Oh. Hagelin's just a goal machine this season, by the way. He has already scored 4 or 5 in a league game this season. Not sure. I think it might be 5. Kanate forward to Yo. To Yilmaz now at right back. Forward to an injured player. Zadro intercepts, so he has been crucial since signing for us. Really has been good. Hagelin dispossessed when Maui now has it. The Guttles Rod. Strikes it, saved by the keeper. Lee will now have it just inside our half. Centre mid goes back to the centre back. He passes forward in midfield again. That goes forward to one of the 2 strikers. Goes out to the right back. Back inside to the striker. The winger is available. He doesn't use him. Back to Yilmaz, the right back. He's going to go back to one of his centre backs who's supporting, to Yao in midfield. Out to the left wing. Back inside. We do win it back, but they have it again. They are passing it really, really well at the minute. Considering we should have that extra man, they are playing very well. Yilmaz. Yilmaz driving forward. Goes all the way back to Kanate. Back to Yilmaz. Floated in. Headed over. Come on. If that's the only chances they are getting, then I can accept it. Okay, 3 shots to 3. 48 to 52. Passes completed 84%, 90%. So we're not passing the ball too well at them. I would like us just maybe counter when we win the ball just a little bit more than maybe we have been. Corner now for Lille. I was going to say for Lillstrom. I don't know. That's us, Paul. Teffel puts it in. Flicked on, but doesn't get anywhere. I'm just going to fire us up. All the highlights are theirs at the minute. They still playing a 4-4-2. We are not looking great. Not looking great, I have to say. We do have a yellow in central defence, so I think I'm going to bring on Shield for Hansen. Just going down 10 men is diabolical. And also, I think Marla right back just offers a little bit better quality with the ball. And maybe that's where we're struggling at the minute. So bringing him on can create something for us. Another highlight, and again it's for Leo. Corner coming in. It's going to be a back post one with Lindstrand comes down. I'm going to demand more. This is the first time I've been more pushy on them. I've been firing up and encouraging before now, but let's just demand a bit more. Mailer now driving forward. As I said, can maybe create a little bit more. Guttles Rod. Chance to put it across. I do think he had a chance there. Should have maybe put that in. Right, Maui though strikes it. Oh, keeper didn't move. Keeper did not move. Just look and see. Struggling fitness. That's what I think. Maybe can create more than Guttles Rod won't create as much as Zadro. Let's bring on Yanti. Yanti so close to knocking on that door for the first team. Anderson's really struggling, but could bring on Ostrom, but I think Anderson just has such better quality with the crossing and dribbling. I think that's the only change is Yanti coming on for Guttles Rod, who hasn't had a good game, so I think it is fair we take him off and give someone else a chance. Because Leo do create something there with not that long left. Would like to offer a fire-up shout if we can for the last 5 minutes. Is it going to become available? It is available now, so I have just gave a fire-up shout, but there's only a couple of minutes to go. The highlight now, can we win the first ball? We don't. Can we win the second? We don't. They now have a chance here. Ball over the top. Please. Oh, saved by Lillstrand. Come on. Lillstad, sorry. Come on. Their ball. He's had about 15 corner chances here. Most of them highlights for you guys to see. Can we prevent this from going in? Can we prevent it? Come on. Get it away. Lillstrand doesn't come from it, but Sunder wins it. Yanti gets it away. but now it's come straight back to them. Oof. The ball with a free kick over the bar. It's been all Leo. I mean, in the league game, we got a point in the end. This game looks like it's going to end 0-0 as well and go into extra time. Only positive, I think, is we have fresh legs. So let's use the fresh legs smartly, shall we? I think we are going to have to maybe bring on Moristad. One other option. Oh, wait. The only other option, maybe. Not sure. Because Arneson's struggling, maybe fresh legs in that defensive mid might be a bit more useful. I think Moristad, just because he's such a hard-working defensive midfielder. And Zadro, I think I'm going to bring off the fresh legs in the attack midfield as well. Because also them wide attack midfielders do track back with the fullbacks. So fresh legs in that position and the defensive mid position could be very, very beneficial. We're on to the 100th minute now. We're going to get to the half-time extra time here with not a single highlight. Start that and let's just fire them up for the 12 minutes. Can we get that one highlight? I don't fancy going to penalties to see if we can win. Oh, it's a corner though. It's going to be a short one. Guy's only ever there if it's a short one. Football Manager really needs to make it look a bit more sweet. Oh, he heads it just wide. Just wide. Come on. Don't want to adjust to attacking. I just don't want to do it. Gone to penalties. Okay. So, Hagelin, then Maui. Then I think we will go Yanti, Anderson. Then we'll go Flinderborg, then Shield, just because Flinderborg is a bit better finishing. Then it's going to have to be Nehemiah. Team talk, okay. Come fists, done well so far. Yeah, do you know what? You've done well. We've literally made it to a European final in our second full season. So, you've done well. Hagelin saved. Oh my. Been our penalty take all season. Been scoring as well. He has missed a couple. He scored quite a few. Bosh. Oh, save. Maui now. Maui, left foot, number 9. Where are we going? Oh my. 2 penalties, 2 misses. 2 penalties, 2 misses. They've scored 1-0 to Lille after 2 penalties. Remember, against Marseille, we didn't miss a single one. Yanti took it away. Come on, 1-1. Can Lille miss this next penalty? Can they get us back into the game? Kanate, the defender. Oh, he sends keeper the wrong way. Lingstad, come on. 2-1. Anderson stepping up, the young academy player. 17 years old. We're going home. 1 penalty scored in full. It's unfortunate, but sometimes you're just not ready for that step. Maybe this step was just a bit too far for us. Merab tucks it away to make Lille win the Europa League. We've finished runners-up in the Europa League. We don't want to watch them. I'm happy with your effort. You did the best you could. You really did. You really did do it. Oh, that's upsetting. We did get 3.94 million though. Then some more money there. Been beneficial. That has been beneficial. Our balance has dropped massive. Now, one thing I did want to look at was the youth intake. We had a couple of nice ones. So first off, Vadim Marciniuk, who is a defensive midfielder who already has played 3 games for us and is fairly solid. 15 years old. I like what I see. I do. Thingstad, who is a attacking midfielder, again, is fairly deep. work for a teamwork means he's probably never going to play for us. Then we had a couple more. We had a goalkeeper who's not too bad. We had a right wing back who I quite like. Got him retrained as a right back and wing back, and he has potential in all the right areas. Really does. Got a centre back here who was okay and was well developed. Centre mid who was average. Another winger who I'm training in attacking mid wasn't worst. And another winger again who we retrained in attacking mid again wasn't the worst player. Okay, so I've jumped forward to the 31st because the Champions League should have just taken place. Champions League, there we go. So West. What? Look at the last ones. Egerton, then Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea, West Ham. Okay. I mean, I'm not here to argue. Lille obviously won the Europa League, and what is going on? Sunderland won the Conference League. But let's see how the other teams in Europe did, and then check out our rankings. We won't go to the middle of June when it gives you that information, because I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to go to bed. It's midnight, and I'm getting tired. Okay, so the first team to look at is Sogndal, who played in the Conference League. They played Levski Sofia first in qualifying, going 0-0 away before victory at home 2-1. They then played Streda 2-0 at home and 3-0 away. That took them into the league phase of the Conference League. They got a 1-1 against Rijeka, Tel Aviv 0-0 before beating Partizan, Karabag and St. Gallen before losing away to Sunderland, which wasn't the worst thing. Before that saw them going to the knockout round, where they would play Bo Vista. It 1-1 away before 2-2 at home, then saw them go through on penalties. They would then in the round of 16 play Puskas Academy. A 3-1 at home before 3-2 defeat away did see them go through to the quarter-finals of the Conference League where they played Lazio. Very tough game. So 0-0 at home before losing 4-0 away. But fair play to them, around a quarter-final in the Conference League is nothing to be sniffed at. So the next team look at is our old-side Egersons. They played in the Europa League qualifying. First off against AEK, a 1-1 at home before victory away 1-0. They then played Besiktas and beat them 6-2 at home and a 1-1 away. Then in the playoff round played Mjölby of Sweden and got 3-0 away and a 3-2 victory at home. Saw them into the Europa League group stage. They drew against Tottenham before beating Fenerbahce. They drew against SJK before losing to Basel and Wolves, before beating Vitesse 2-1. After Christmas, they beat Heerenveen 4-2 before losing to Real Sociedad, and quite badly went out in the playoff round to Håkan of Sweden. They should have beaten them. Lost 3-1 at home, drew 3-3 away. That's disappointing. That's the type of team they should be beaten. The next team look out was Viking Stavanger, who took part in the Champions League qualifying a 1-1 draw at home before losing away to Brøndby on penalties. Saw them drop into the Europa League, where it looks like Brøndby dropped into probably in the next qualifying round. So they got beat by Brøndby again, 3-1 in the group stage, before beating Limassol 2-0. Drawing to Sociedad before defeat to Tottenham. Drawing to Basel before defeat to Empoli. After Christmas, it didn't get any better. A draw to Rangers before defeat to Marseille saw Viking go out in the group stage of the Europa League. All hope was on Werder Glimt to get themselves qualified out of the group stage Champions League and continue getting us points on the board. Started with the draw against Bucharest before losing to Palermo, Arsenal and Dortmund. Now back-to-back victories here gave them a chance. Sturm Graz and Benfica. They just had to do something after Christmas. Fortunately, they didn't do it. Defeat to Barcelona, defeat to Nice, saw them go out in the stage. Now, how has that affected us coefficient-wise? We picked up 15.5 points this. You can see Portugal above us picked up 11.5, Denmark below 11.4. Sweden had a really bad year at 7.1, which is great because we are soon going to be losing our 20.21. You can see we are actually going to go above Portugal. We are going to move in to 7th place. I'm actually shocked. But we are going to overtake Portugal. And also, yes, we lose a big one here, but here they lose a few points on us. And again, here they lose some big points. So if we can continue a couple of seasons of being a bit more successful than Portugal, we can start chasing down the Netherlands. And we've been battling with Denmark and Sweden for a few years now, and it looks like we're now closing the gap on Portugal and actually overtaking them, and hopefully keeping that gap now where we can stay ahead of them. Which that's fantastic. In terms of the club, let's find where we were. I think we ranked 100. There we were, 101st. So we've just picked up a 29.0 season. So next year we're going to go up to 55, which is going to take us a little bit higher. And there's only one team there. Palermo's going to go up. It looks like we are probably going to go around 50th in the European rankings, which is fantastic. After one season, we're going to have a massive jump up. Great to see. In terms of league rankings, I think we're probably going to end up staying where we are. We might start chasing Portugal if we can go up to a 4-star, same as them, but for now I don't think so. Qualification places wise, going up to 7th. We do automatically get a team in the Europa League group phase now, and we get a team as before in qualifying and a team in the 3rd qualifying round instead of the 2nd qualifying round, the Europa League, Conference League, sorry. Okay, that's big. A team straight away in the Europa League group stage is huge, because if we go to the league from last season, that's Werder Glimt who are going to be in the Europa League. So they will automatically go into the group stage, which is fantastic. Hopefully they can have a good season, get out of it. Egerson maybe in the Europa Conference League could actually have a decent season. They do have a team easily good enough for that if they stop trying to ruin it best they can. Maybe. So in terms of how our league campaign has started, very up and down. Drawn to Werder Glimt on the opening day before victory over Frigg and then Chelsea. You can see that's where Hagelin got his 4 goals. Before drawn to Egerson and Mulder. Before we have just beat Hamkam, Sogndal and then Shield on the bounce back after that Europa League defeat. We did put 6 past Shield tonight. I think the Egerson and Mulder games were mainly due to the fact that we were heavily trying to rotate people in between Europa League games. So hopefully we can have a decent few games now. Push on. We are currently sitting in 3rd place. We unbeaten, only 1 point off top. And we do have, after only 4 games played in the league for Hagelin, he's already scored 7 and is our top goal scorer. And also, the final thing, our facilities didn't become North-Seater. The standing is still there, so it's now just a 14,947 instead of about 12.5, I think it was before. But that's it for today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. I've been Paul, also known as Northman, and I will see you. We recap the 2048 season in the next video.